T4D. Bueno,
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone that's Noct chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tenakth weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tenakth. Survived for years out in the west only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tenakth.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
hey, what's up?
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends.
Yeah,
You'll
man,
get them
super
patched
hot.
up.
In the hundreds.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, the heat here in Arizona too. Arizona is pretty hot in New Mexico. But all this area, the heat is different. It's like,
I'll keep these on me.
it sounds super good. It's kinda, it goes in the same sentence, but the heat here is like dry air. So be prepared for that shit,
So,
man.
this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The blight, the storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. My body's
Nice.
behind.
Where's my horse?
Something's going on at that camp.
You really think you can do that?
Karoof, come on! You know me. Have I...
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Larend, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. I was at Barren Light when the Tenakth attacked.
Yeah, but at least in Florida
Nasty
you have the
business.
Caribbean Sea,
But every
you know, the
codger in
air,
Oseram is thankful
you have the
we drove them
rivers,
off.
and
So
it
what are you doing
rains.
out here?
Well, to hammer it plain,
Here
there's
barely
treasure in the
rains.
west, unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that's ready to take advantage. We'll buy any scrap you got. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West, guaranteed. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden, dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that
And
armor.
that's
Each of them will present their work to me.
not
The best
surprising at all.
protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Counting on you, Aloy.
Yeah, I know. My mom lives in North Florida,
I might want to read that contract before going.
and where she lives is a really good neighborhood. But there's a bunch of rednecks over there. And I remember one time, I think it was New Year's Eve of 2019, no, 2017, going to
A
2018,
lot of ancient wrecks out here.
and these rednecks, they were
The old ones.
fucking shooting at the, at the
Had to
sky.
slow down the Pharaoh swarm. Zero dawn time.
Some luck we have. Hey, you! Flame hair! Come. If it isn't the hero of the day. Sure, I'm glad you came by when you did.
Are you all Delvers?
We've been working No Man's Land for a while. I was hoping to get back to Barrenlight by the time they opened the gates, after that embassy of theirs. Seeing as how we almost got minced to pieces just now, I'm guessing things didn't go so well.
You could.
It's kinda sad, but honestly,
It's not like
I
No
don't
Man's
think
Land was
North
safe to
Florida
begin
have
with,
that much stuff.
but I didn't think I'd have to worry
Especially,
about
I know
snacking
where my
huge
mom
new
lives.
territory. And now they're riding machines.
Like,
If
it doesn't
you were
even
going
look
back
like
to
Florida.
Barrenlight,
Like, it
what
looks
did you
nice,
do?
but
We ran
it's
across
not
some
that
ruins
tropical
nearby.
Florida that
Thought we'd
people
take a
have in,
gander, find some good
picture.
salvage.
So
But
yeah,
the
there's
place
a
is
huge
full of
difference,
weird red
I
crystals.
guess, from north to
Can't get through the
south.
stuff. So we ended up making camp here. First thing tomorrow, though, we head straight to Barrenlight. Should probably send a message to our crew down at Jagged Deep about all this too.
Jagged Deep?
It's a dig site by this big lake down south. Old world scrap everywhere. Can't miss it. And that's my cue. Here. Thanks for helping us out. Maybe I'll get into more trouble and see you around.
Yeah, these
Let's hope
games
not.
have great base models. What the fuck, bro? And I'm rushing through this game.
Hey, you had captured the Imperial weapon.
Jump, goddamn.
Pretty sure that's the passage Laren's contract mentioned. I should make sure I have my facts straight. Give the contract a quick read. Shelter. Should be safe here.
Nah, you don't watch the camps and all that shit.
Looks like the coordinates Silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he install
God
this
damn.
on Titan?
Well, I've never been in the hood over there, but I guess it has to be bad. I've heard stories. But it's not like if you're going vacation, you're not gonna hang out there.
It's a lot to explore down there. Only one I could find. I'll get my kit dry, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But it's good to have, you know,
This is it.
acquaintance of
Location of
every
the coordinates I scanned from the spire. A workshop underneath a dead Horus Titan.
background.
Just the kind of place Silence would slink away to. But what was he doing here? Some kind of log, most of it's redacted. It looks like some... Let's put a lot of work into forcing Hades to talk.
Yeah, I know. And they suck.
Some kind of red crystal. Don't think there's anything I can do about this now.
The fuck I have to go. Probably up here. God damn. No, Lil Pump is Colombian. It's not Cuban. Island Boys
My
are
device is
Cuban.
blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance.
No, he's not.
Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead, a perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades. In order to render it cooperative, tell her what we've discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life.
Well, my understanding was that he was Colombian.
Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you
Yeah, I
won't
said
live long after me to find out.
on Wikipedia it says that his father, his parents are
He
from
thinks he's got it
Colombia.
all figured out.
But it's not like I care.
And I
It's
guess
not
it's
gonna
only
give
waiting to
me
find out where he moved the orb.
something in life knowing that he's from there, from Colombia. So don't listen to his music. He was just a trend. That's why he hasn't. He still make music, but it wasn't as popular like when he came out. It's like the J. Cole diss. I don't know if you remember when J. Cole dissing, and that he's just a trend that when kids that follow him grow up, they're gonna stop following him. I mean, listening to him. The Warp's Trail. This shit?
Well, I better see where this trail leads.
Crap. Nope. Yeah, over there is like a melting pot of South America. But it is because most of the people that move over there, they move because actually Miami, everyone speaks Spanish.
I'll gather these while I can. So here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal Hades. A crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it? And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull.
Where the fuck I have to go? That's too far. Hmm. Then I don't know what to say. Probably, I don't know, probably nothing gonna happen because usually most of the
Thanks for
pawn
reminding me.
shop they're kinda shady, so they're always paranoid. Oh damn, what the fuck is this? Hmm. Fuck.
Damn it!
Date pa' cara. Ah, bullshit. Oh, I know for a fact has happened to me, but I remember probably in school or I don't know. I think I really hard that I go to a place and someone don't like me. Maybe I give good vibes. I don't know. God damn. Oh my God. But I know for sure probably has happened to me, but not a lot. What the fuck? They killed me from. Uh, good to have a lot of health. Ay, Dios. Probably it's not that. Probably he didn't trust you. But then again, yeah, 'cause, you know, probably he deal with that every day. That a lot of people, a lot of men, a lot of disrespectful men try to hit on that woman. So I don't know, but every case is different, bro. Probably was that, or he just jealous. Holy shit. puta. Mira y explotó. Finally, god damn. I don't know, I feel like sometimes a situation like that, because I know for a fact it has happened to me before, but not probably not at that scale. But I don't know, I feel like sometimes humans, they act like if we are like animals in a pack, you know what I mean? They wanted to establish, especially men, they wanted to establish their dominance or whatever. But like I said, I know it has happened to me probably once or twice. But like I said, I don't know, I think I give pretty good vibes. I never had a problem. No, why will he get roasted? I think that's just biology. We're animals too. We just the difference that we think. Something I think is part of the archetypes is already chip in our brain, in our subconsciousness. So we're always gonna act like that.
Silence must be pretty confident he's found a backup of Gaia, but how?
And it's natural that probably some women get
Every
attracted to
checked
that.
every lead. They've all been dead ends. All backups purged. So what did Hades tell them?
I don't know, that's biology. Like I said, we're animals. The only difference that we think. What's that shit?
Merchant. Didn't expect to see anyone else out here.
Oh there!
Need a resupply?
Sonora doing this far west. No matter, no matter. I can get you stocked up for the wild if you need.
Yeah, that's what I told a lot of people. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's good to complain when stuff are unfair. It's just in my job, especially people want to say, "Ah, I deal with that for I don't know 20 plus year." So start complaining. It's like no, motherfucker, not because you decide to stay quiet that makes it right. You know what I mean? So if the situation is unfair, I think it's fine to complain. Do something about it, but really pisses me off people that do shit wrong, and then stuff end up being
Goes up
wrong,
the
bad for them, and then they start complaining, like pointing at everybody except themselves, like trying to act like a fucking victim. That shit pisses me off.
A ruin. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. And that door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn? Come on, Hades. You still in there? Hades? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the Aloy. Come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia backup. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Silence asked you where to find
Probably
a
a
backup
lot
of
of
Gaia.
lot of drug addicts. They
Beta era memory structures
how you say that?
disintegrating.
When they say that you don't do nothing for them,
Because that
it's
would be...
because you didn't help help them uh, get the high of the day. You know what I mean?
What did Silence do to
They
you,
don't count the
Hades?
time that you try
It's like
to
you've been
stop him or try
hollowed
to
out.
reason with them. That's why
Silence
I don't deal with
predated
junkies, man.
me.
And what did you tell him?
Beta era memory structures disintegrate.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like me beating you at the Spire? Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Silence went?
Yeah, that's true. And
He departed
I don't know. It's like I seen a long time ago that usually that's uh,
Beta era.
I don't want to talk shit, because I have really close family that are addicts.
So you don't know anything more than I do.
But I'm not a psychologist, that they're weak-minded. And not because they're an addict now and they always fall for that. It's because you fall for it in the first place. Because you let yourself, you know, you let the peer pressure get to you and shit like that. I don't know how people fell to that shit. But then again, everyone's different.
Do you know why Silence dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is where Data era memory structures disintegrating. My deathbed. He called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside. When the mysterious signal transformed you, it made Gaia's other subordinate functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function migrated coordinates based on data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs, scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are unhappy. Good.
Anyone ever tell you you've got a great personality, Hades?
Sarcasm detected.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Yeah, most of those people is good to cut them off because
Sylens
they got a
questioned you
same
about the mysterious
PRs. Like
signal.
there's people that they want to
The
see
one
you
that woke
good
you
but
and
not
gave you
better than them.
consciousness. Who
And when
sent
you
it?
go to vacation or you buy a new car or whatever, they get envy.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Yeah, Aloy does.
Then you are deleted. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times Hades extinguished life.
What? You remember this?
Yes, data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 25421612168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Bridging extinction protocol.
And that's awesome. Locksmith is practically a lost art because everyone is moving to digital locks and shit like that.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world, too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
That's good for him, for them.
Convincing,
That's great.
but yes. So,
Especially
are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months?
in nowadays
Just
that
going to
economy's
stab
really
your
bad.
mouth open.
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Silence.
Take it any way you want.
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were anyway. 1,000 years ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Farrow wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Farrow could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system. Save life on Earth. And there.
So Hades said. So what are you waiting for?
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Well,
Yes, it did.
honestly, not too Batch and DoorDash Uber Eats. But I don't see
In due time.
why people use
First things
those
first, Aloy. Last I checked, you
apps.
still had a
Because they're too
superintelligent AI
expensive,
named
man.
Gaia to reboot.
Like, I guess to
Yeah.
work
The
is
same
good.
Gaia who had to destroy
But
herself
as a
20 years ago
customer,
because of the signal?
shit.
It stopped being transmitted years ago.
You pay like
It's no longer a
$8
threat.
for driving fees, then
It won't. Even if it did.
whatever the application fee is,
The
and
details are
then
complicated, but the signal
tips.
required Hades
You end
to
up
take a
paying like
threat.
$20
Delete Hades
more
from any backup you
on
reboot,
top of what
and
you
Gaia
order.
is safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
Oh no, I never worked in that.
I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being
But I
another
know
one of
there's a
your
lot
tricks...
of people that
Locked hatch, Aloy.
work in that, but then
You may be
again,
the only person who can open it.
there's a lot
Can
of
I set a trap inside?
competition.
Trick me again, Silence.
'Cause they have a lot
Our
of
next
local
conversation
companies
will be
here. They have
face-to-face.
Favor.
Though you won't have much to say.
They
on
have
account of
they
my
have a
spear
couple
being
of
buried in my
locals. And Texans, they support a lot their
Thanks
local
to
shit.
me, everything you desired, everything
So
you've been fumbling about,
that's
unable to
great.
achieve for 6 months,
I
is now
think
within
every
your
state,
grasp.
every country should do that. Support their local
I know
stuff.
you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast, but in a situation like this, you say thank you.
I don't know,
I
man.
say
I only live in the same apartment since I moved here. And I don't choose three month lease. But right now, this area, Austin, all this area is like the Austin area is really expensive. Like I've been thinking of moving cause my lease is up next, I think August, and where I'm living, they're
Kidding me?
doing upgrades and shit, and
I
I'm
think
gonna
we're in
pay
luck.
more than
And
what
look,
I'm paying right now.
the door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through. If you'll be patient for a while longer. See those crystals there? The Osram call them Firegleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But but maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some in the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill the machine, or else it'll break.
Got it. Well, I already have some deep water kindleweed. Just need to get the parts.
No, I'm gonna move here in Texas, but not the Austin area. I don't like New Mexico at all. I want New Mexico or Arizona. I'm just gonna stay here in Texas. It's just I may just move more south or more north. Depends what's cheaper.
My focus can show me where the part is. Okay, now where's its power cell? Hardline ammo could hurt it.
Well, I don't know. I never lived in the coast. But I know Austin right now is getting fucking expensive. And super crowded.
Shoot it off before the machine goes down.
Well, that wasn't the power cell? Shit. I live in the suburbs. I mean, not the suburb. I really like. It's not. How to say? Like it's not. The thing is, I don't know what is the suburb. What suburb means like rich area? Because I don't live in the suburbs. I live like in a normal apartment complex. And it's not even close to downtown. God damn.
Shoot off the power cell without killing the machine.
Where the fuck is the fucking power cell? The outskirt. It's like outside the city limits. No, no, no. I live in Austin. It just, I think it's east. It's Austin. But it's cheaper compared to other places in Austin. So power setting.
That'll help. We'll have to detach it before the machine goes down.
Oh, okay, I got it. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck.
There goes the part. Gotta pick it up. Okay, got the parts for the igniter. Now I just need to build this thing.
There's a workbench near the entrance to the facility.
From that time tinkering with Hades?
Tinkering. More like extracting invaluable data.
Yeah, it's a cool place to live. You just like I said, Austin is getting overcrowded. So I guess a lot of I don't guess it's a fact. A lot of Californians are moving over here. So they're selling their houses, and I guess because it takes time to buy a house, so they just go to apartments, so the apartment gets full. So I guess they raise the prices on purpose, so to keep the people living there, so the new people can rent for higher prices. That's what's happening. I know for a fact they're gonna raise my my rent. And should piss me off.
Should be able to use this to blow up that fire gleam now.
And I can get cheaper places, but they're too far for where I work. They're like an hour, 2 hours. I don't wanna do that trip.
I'd step back if I were you.
Finally. I think I'm in.
Then by all means, proceed.
Now that I have this igniter, I could blow up that fire gleam that I've seen before.
Focus on the task at hand, Aloy.
You shouldn't worry about stuff that you can control. Nope.
This whole place is flooded. And there's another gene-locked door on the other side. But that's where any Gaia backups would have been stored. I have to find a way to get over there.
I don't think no government should involve in the
Well, this is familiar.
personal life of others.
Through ancient crumbling ruins while you spy on me through my focus.
Stop waxing nostalgic and concentrate on finding a backup.
I think that's a moral choice that every individual should take. If you know you are poor, you cannot. God damn, I forgot how to pick that shit. If you know you cannot support those kids, don't have kids. Or give people a choice. but don't control people. I don't like that. I know how there's we have a bunch of examples of authoritarian governments,
This is clear than to get out here.
and you give them once a little bit of power, and they will try to get more. So now they're gonna start with population control, and then they're gonna start with what we can eat, what we don't. It's stuff like that. It's like there's a bunch of examples of every country. They start with something. Look at more example, the COVID. They start with mask and then social gathering and then a lot of shit. Then I remember in California, the government, I think, it was offering money for neighbors to snitch on their neighbors if they are having social gathering and shit. It's like that's North Korea shit. I don't know if you've seen like
Good idea to drop that ladder.
news or not news, like you can even get to Reddit or just stories and how those countries operate. Like if they see someone plotting against the regime, they put your neighbors to spy on you, and then at the end of the day, a government official ask like if they have plotting or some shit like that. So they end up snitching on your neighbor, and then you don't know what is true, what is a lie, and then you're gonna create a witch hunt.
Device next to it.
So nah.
Energy cell. That did it.
I don't think it has to do with overpopulation. I think it has to do with hyperconsumism. That's what's happening here. It's like, for example, you're from India. India is overpopulated. That's a fact. Well, does a person have 5 cars? One person have 5 cars? 3 cell phone? No, that's something that developed country have, especially this one. And where do you think they get those materials to make those cars, those phones? They take it from underdeveloped countries. They exploit them, and then they say when the mine whatever is empty, they say, oh, we're overpopulated. We have a lot of people. We less, we less minerals or whatever. But no, it's because there's a certain small fraction of the population in the world that live in developed countries. They live in hyperconsumism.
I can use the energy cell here.
Yeah, and I give you that. They can have 10 kids and they live in poverty, but they are not affecting the planet as one person. Here in the United States, they have 3 trucks, 2 chargers, that especially you are affecting the world because those to create that car, you know how many minerals or whatever they have to mine to create that car, and on top of that, the gas.
This console shut down.
We live in a hyperconsumism. There's people that go in a fast food and they eat 5 hamburgers. We are the fattest country in the world. That's the problem that we're living right now. It's hyperconsumism. I don't think it's overpopulation. If people put overpopulation has to do with poverty. That's true, but then again, you have to see the part that to developed countries they consume a lot.
This should unlock the door once I power it back on.
Like for example, what's the name of that country? Bangladesh. I think they are the one that I think developed the textiles or whatever of I think 70% of pants in the world, like jeans. And who consume those clothes? Western society. What the fuck I have to do here? But then again, you cannot. I guess you can regulate that the consumption of I don't know clothes, but then again, you're gonna take. You're gonna hit the economy of that country. So it's something that we have to talk as human beings. Hyper consumism. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I know that's a problem. But then again, how you gonna resolve the problem? Controlling population? I don't think that's an answer. That's a good answer. You're taking freedom away. You're taking choice away. I'm against that. Yeah, I know. I think I know what I have to do. If you give people a choice to not have kids,
Check what my focus sees, maybe.
then I'm fine. But don't assume just take their rights away. I think that what we have to start with is hyper consumism. There's people that have 3 iPhones, 5 tablets. Where do you think they mine those minerals, the lithium? Right now they found not right now, I think that's old, I think that's from 2020. The biggest lithium mine in the world, I think is in Bolivia. That's one of the reasons when it happened the coup over there, I think 3 years ago when they took Evo Morales out of the presidency. But then again, it has more to do with it because he wanted to stay in power for more than his term. But one of the reasons of the coup it was that like developed countries, especially I don't know if it's true that was rumors, but China I think it was or China is in Mexico I think in a lithium they own or rent a mine over there of lithium, but they give money to the government and they just exploit those mines and that affect the ground. Yeah, I think we should do better. We should adopt more kids than animals, I guess. Because those kids are gonna grow up resentful of society. Not all of them, but some. Oh, I have to do here. Sure, the power terminal. It's not. But I think the first problem is hyperconsumption because the global warming is because of that. Ah, look here. There it is. And we stopped buying 5 cars. So those cars can stop, using contaminating the air with gas. We shouldn't have this problem because we have that. Then we have computers. We have a lot, everything that uses electricity. That's not a clean way. It's not a renewable energy. So.
I tell you, Liz, what I just done gonna make you love me. I just imagine them far zenith rapscallions opening this fake guy we made for him. And I thought, what this really needs is a signature.
This isn't a prank, Travis.
I know. All I did was just script a couple of avatars. A little you, a little me. To deliver our message of doom, real personal-like.
Would you just send it?
Soon as it's done compiling, then you and me should celebrate. I brought party fixins, pizza rolls, absinthe, a couple of hacky sacks.
I'm heading back to Bryce as soon as this is done.
Color me confounded, Liz. How is it that someone like you, a paragon, damn near saint, could love this world so damn much, but no one in it? I mean, have you ever even had a friend?
Compile complete. Data file, Baron Promise, ready for transmission.
If you would, please.
Logic bombs off. Here it comes.
Yeah, I know what you
Fast
mean.
nuts.
Just keeping the best of what you do, Travis.
Always admire you from afar, Liz. Swear on my mama's grave. And she was religious.
Travis was wrong. Elizabeth was trying to make sure life had a future. She cared about everyone.
I'm not so sure. The exception walk a path of solitude, Aloy. As you and I are well aware of.
But what do you think about hyperconsumism? I think that's the real problem. I think our society don't notice because we were born into it. So that's why when there's a little crisis of a food crisis, that's why we panic because we're never seeing actual poorness. And we depend so much in third people and other people, third parties to produce our what we need. Like for example, there's barely people that grow their own crops here. They always buy it from others, and it's not like they don't want to. It's like their own government like make this country like that so we can just keep on moving money, buying it from farmers. And I guess that's good, but then again, when shit like this is happening right now, you're gonna see a lot of people starving because of that. We're not producing our own food. We just buy and buy. And then there's people that buy more than they need. And that's what you create. We live in a hyper-consumism society, like I said. Hyper-consumism is like when you consume more than you need, like exaggerated more than you need. Like for example, that the simple example that I use, the car. You just need one car for per family, maybe two. But there's people that I know that in my job that they have 5 cars.
What do we have here?
And that's only a small example. Then you have fast food, another example. Like we don't have seasons of I don't know fruits or meat. We just produce it every day. So we can be on par with the demand. So what's that's gonna cost? It's gonna cost an extension of whatever is or whatever thing that's missing that moment. Like for example, I don't know if you saw the video of the 400 cows or whatever that died in a farm, in a meat farm. So stuff like that, and that's only that. Imagine the fruits, because we can live without meat, but what about the fruits? With the now with the global warming, so there's a lot of problem. That. Yeah, that's a problem that we have with society. I don't think it's our religion, like I said. I think it's that. Especially here. I don't know other countries because I live here. But in developed countries, that's the problem that we have. How many people that you know have two
There's
phones,
another
three
panel here that I should
tablets,
be able
a
to climb
laptop,
open.
or two laptops,
I'll
and
have
a
to climb
desktop?
higher to reach it.
You know how many materials they have to mine just to produce one? And then when they release the new iPhone, what they do with that phone? They just throw it away. And where's that gonna be? It's gonna be a junkyard. That's is what's the word? It's high on it's highly toxic. That's the problem that we're living right now. Everyone, it's not our fault. We are born into it. I'm like that too. Like at least in electronics, not in car because I only have one car. And I'm pretty sure if I had the money, I probably would only have like two. But food wise, I know people that go in fast food, especially my job, that go at fast food and buy 5 hamburgers, shit like that. It's not production, it's mass consume. You know, people that consume more than what they have. Because I don't feel if mass production is bad if everyone has a piece of it. You know what I mean? And I'm not being communist. I think that's common sense. But when you see a small percentage of people
Shake off this web.
consuming more what they need, and then they complain about inflation, being poor people, that they're having a lot of kids but they cannot afford it, whatever. Even though that's kind of they're kind of true. But you see this, you're seeing this small, small percentage of people that they are devouring more that they need. And sometimes I feel like sometimes, yeah, it's fine to, I don't know. I think it's a it's a difficult topic, but
Don't think my polecaster can latch onto that from here.
I don't know, cause then I don't know.
I'm gonna have to jump.
I will be in the line of thinking as a communist. Think that I'm not, but I feel yeah, this country has a problem without hyperconsumism.
I can't make that jump. But if I glide...
But then again, I'm not bashing, anyone from here. It's like I told you, like we're
Don't think I'm gonna
born
get
in
to the
this
door from here.
culture like that. So it's not like, God damn. So it's not something that we're gonna learn in a year or two. We just need to raise this new generation of not wasting resources and not consuming. I don't think it's our intelligence. I think it's our arrogance. But their downfall wasn't their intelligence, it was their arrogance. It's like every empire. Look at the French Empire during Napoleon. What was the downfall? Their arrogance. Look at the Vietnam War.
Facility
When
over there.
even though that
Take
was,
a look.
we didn't fight directly, but it was our arrogance. A bunch of farmers beat us. So I think it's arrogance. That's the problem with the human being. For some reason, we think it's not gonna happen to us, but if you see a history, it has happened to us like 6, 7 times, and we just keep on repeating the same mistake, expecting something different to happen. So, like I tell you, sometimes you just have to not worry stuff that you cannot control.
From Travis Tate. This place turned out a lot of malware before Zero Dawn took over. Looks like this is connected to the door. It needs a code to open.
But then again, that's what you're saying. It doesn't have to do with intelligence. It has to do with arrogance. We're so intelligent that we are arrogant that we think we know more than everything. That's arrogance, not intelligence. That intelligence is producing our arrogance. You know what I mean? But that's something that every country, every race, everyone seen, you know, that every human is arrogant. I think every living being is arrogant.
Could try my focus, see what it picks up.
Yeah.
Balls, dude. How loud is it out there? Outside the noise dampening field? 150 decibels?
Well, I guess we got privacy. What's the hap, Trav?
You and me go back a ways. But I never saw you cheat no one. Why start with Farzini?
I was gonna tell you about it. They get a copy of Gaia, I get a spot on the Odyssey. But I told them, I said, make it 2 spots, because I'm bringing my friend Trav.
Gosh, Hank. Sounds like the dampening field done slipped. You all right? No, I'm cool. I got a personal field right here, see? Now, I know your ears ain't working so well just now. But see that text transcribing every word I say? Good. While I dial the music out there up to 170 decibels, how about you type in that transmit code? There you
Where's the
go.
damn code?
And that's all of it? Cool. Thank you, Hank. We're done. Security? Hank Shaw is ready for collection. No, he's still breathing. Might want to bring a spatula, though.
No, I haven't bought any games. In the contrary, I'm selling my games. Not all of them, but all my SATA and some of my Dreamcast games. 7482.
There we go.
Yeah, like I told you a long time ago, I think I'm just gonna stay with the games I really like and that's it. Gonna finish some of my rare games, and if I like it, gonna keep it. No, I'm just gonna sell it. Yeah, I was going to, but then again, we're about to start an economic crisis. It's not like probably we just started it, so I need the money and broke. Plus, it's not like I use them, and I don't have sentimental value, so.
There's the door. Getting close.
The fuck? God damn. To do all this shit again? God damn. Fucking hate this. Yeah, but guess I, like I told you, if I can control, I'm not even gonna worry about it. You have to do my part to.
Making good use of this.
Not being, dragged by this wave that's the wave of inflation, all this shit that's happening right now. You just need to, be ready. Oh, I didn't see this shit. I don't know, I just wish that, shit like this don't happen, but apparently 100 years, people don't read the history of 100 years. So we're condemned to do it again. God damn. I have to do fucking thing. I think now is the best time to sell it, because we don't know when that crisis. Right now we're going through it. I don't know if he actually started, but I know we soon, or we're just start living through it right now. But economic crisis. So if people are gonna waste money and shit, I think now is the best time. That's why I'm trying to get rid of all the stuff that I don't use with the games and shit. Yes. That's a good way to use the money to try. I think traveling is essential for everybody. And if I can use my money to travel, God damn, this fucking game. Why you couldn't use the? Anyway, I will use it. But right now, with this craziness that's happening in the world right now, I don't think it's. But you don't have kids, so you should be good. Yeah, I think traveling, but I like to travel. I like. I'm not afraid of planes, but I prefer more road tripping. I don't know. You meet more people. It's like more a local experience instead of tourist experience. You know what I mean? There's a lot of tourists. They just go on a plane and just go to that tourist place, stay there for 5 minutes, and they left. Uh, I I don't like that. I just like to spend time walking through that place or shit like that. Hi, Harry. Why do you always use the same animation for this shit?
Okay, so much for the flooded.
Hold for identiscan. Identity profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Soda. Please step inside.
That thing is huge. It looks like the power's off, except for that console. It's damp in here too. I hope the water hasn't.